This it? 8th of May 2025, 12:42 p.m. She asked me to help with... Oh, now it's when we start moving. Okay, and this is pretty cool. The detection of the hands on the wall, on the mirrors and all that, that's pretty cool. Alright everyone, so hello and welcome to Abodtion, or I don't know how you exactly spell this name, I don't even know if it exists, but it's the title of a game which, in the beginning it has a warning that this game is not suitable for children or people who are easily disturbed. So your discretion is advised. And yeah, it's the description pretty much just states that the insentenced requires you to move out. Let's start unpacking stuff and cozy up our new abode. Abodtion is a short first-person psychological game about what remains when something is lost before it begins. Every action feels normal until it doesn't. Every reflection looks familiar until it blinks. Every sound is real, even if no one is there. So, yeah, we're going to see what the story of this game is all about, and also this, well, this looks pretty cool. This looks pretty, I don't know, the entire like thing about grabbing onto the wall and all that, like I said in the beginning, pretty sick. Alright, so what do we have to do? Do we have, I don't know, do we have things to, oh, I can crouch with control? Note, cancelled. That was a terrible job. So is this like our job card, or okay, and we can drop stuff. Are they still ashamed of me? Or are they? Are they your parents? They're probably our parents, yeah. So is this us? Why study if you don't have a job? That is true. What is this? Does she still believe it was the best day ever? What is this? Is he trying to make a heart with the... Okay, I think he's trying to make a heart with the... with a hand. What about this? She looks so happy with it in this picture. So this is pretty cool actually, I'm sorry. This is really sick. Definitely not something that we see in every horror game. I think the sensitivity is a little... Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, we're just gonna... okay, we're just gonna put it floating over there. So yeah, let's see how this game plays out. What is this button? This is to turn on and off the lights. And I can open the door. Oh yeah, it's not just an apartment. It's like not just a room. It's an apartment. It's an entire thing. So, okay, so this is probably the main door. We can't leave. So yeah, by the way, this game already starts like this, you know, like I didn't even have the time to properly do an introduction here. So flower. We started growing it as soon as we got the news. What news? I mean, if this game is called Abodtion, which is very close to abortion, I think it's gonna have something to do with that. I don't know. Picture. That hat trick in the leather ball tournament. What is this? I'll continue my job search later. Oh. Sanitation worker or other available. Company now hiring. Rainy Provida unskilled. I can't really tell what this is saying. The Daily Whirrer. Is that whirrer or worker? Job offered. I think it says worker, but it kind of looks like an R. Anyways, what about this? I should get a different one. Why? Okay, so where is this supposed... Oh, we can just place it in different places. That's pretty sick. Alright, so she just couldn't leave it behind. Does it make sense that for us to put the teddy bear over here? Let's see if we can... Okay, we can find... Yeah, we can find it over here. This is a good place. Alright, so we can customize our own house, which is... It's pretty nice. Oh my god, what the hell? Shit. 8 May 2025, 11:59 p.m. Damn, sink's leaking. What the hell? Alright, so did we just end up doing all the things that we wanted to do? Was that the... It's a bad idea to wake a sleeping wife. Oh, okay. There she is. Alright, so we are together, okay. Okay, so we can turn this on. What about this? Did we put everything away? Alright, so what is this? Death certificate. Earl Carter Jr. Date of birth 20 of April 2025. Date of death 20 of April 2025. Okay. Issued by medical organization. Certified medicine. Alright, so what is leaking? Probably on the toilet, right? We're never going back there. Could I have thought they were cooking together? Oh, is this when she was pregnant? What about this? Let's say she looks so happy with it in this picture. I think when he's talking about it and him and all that, I think he's talking about the baby, right? Okay, so door. I have a couple of things in here. What about this one? Alright, we have some hamburgers, some, you know, stuff, normal stuff. I was afraid of actually seeing something a little bit more twisted, but it's okay. I'm really happy there's nothing in there. Oh, there we are. What the hell? We look so weird. Can I... Is this us? This it? Okay, we didn't get scared, it's fine. Also, what is this? Work harder, earn more, forget job time, call us. Maybe I should call them? Oh, Jesus. I can't live like this anymore. Okay, wait a minute. Can I grab the knife first? It's okay, we'll be fine. Oh, jeez. So she's in a major depression right now. 9 May 2025, 8:24 a.m. I need to eat something. So we haven't eaten in like forever. Wife? Honey, breakfast is in the fridge. Don't forget to warm it up. Heart. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute, before we go to the fridge, let me see here. Is everything? Everything's okay. I mean, is this... Wait a minute, is this literally how we look? Or is this how we portray ourselves in the mirror? Because we kind of... I'm sorry, we look like a weird monster. I don't know if it's for the pixelization. But I don't know, dude. We don't look very healthy, honestly. I mean, if they are talking about a baby, about losing a baby, then yeah, most likely something happened. And I don't think anyone can be healthy, psychologically at least, with that. Which ends up screwing with your, you know, with your body physically. Cook. Alright. So was this like our neighborhood? What the hell is this? Are these like two doors on a back? How does this even work? Anyways, it's yeah, when it comes to abortion, it's a really, I don't know, it has a lot of sides to it. A lot of people consider it murder, other people consider it, you know, I don't know, there's just a lot of sides to it. I personally, I'm not gonna state anything because I don't want to take sides, but I do have an opinion on it. I don't think it's... Oh, holy hell. Did everything okay? Oh, warmed it up way too much. Was that my fault though, or was I supposed to do something, or? I mean, now it's raw, so I mean it's not raw. It's like too cooked to warm. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people I don't know. It depends. Abortion is not like losing a baby overall. It's not even about abortion. I'm just saying abortion. We don't even know if that's what happened, but because the name of the game is very similar to abortion, maybe that could be it. I don't know. I just have to click on it. Yeah, could be tastier. I mean, we did screw up. 10 May 2025, 2:28 a.m. So again in the middle of the night. Oh, what the hell? The hell? Where am I? This is clearly the bedroom. Oh, jeez. Hello? Is there? Can I? Oh, okay. We can. Can we push this? Oh my god! Everything is messed up. You're not getting anywhere. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, okay. Because like this is not only about abortion, but it's also about life overall. I think I'm gonna give it my thoughts like after the video. She doesn't love you. It's all your fault. I asked her to marry me. This is really cool. You ruined her life. Is this a crib? Wow. I just love like the symbolization of these things. It's like it's insane. This is really well done. We were happy. You're not going to be happy. And we were expecting a baby. Yeah, we can tell where this is going by now. Is it mirror scanning tighter? What the hell did it say? Death? Death? Yeah, it says death. But it's like so weird. Like weirdly written. Oh god. Should we have kept going? I don't know. I think we should have kept going. I don't know. 10 of May 2025, 2:28 a.m. What the hell? Oh, again. Okay, so we lost. So we can't go towards the crying child. Most likely the representation of our baby. Okay, now we're not gonna go to that baby. But what is this? Oh, maybe we forgot the lamp? Wait a minute, before we continue, let me... Okay, yeah, no, let's just see what happened. Earl Carter Jr. Born and died in 20th April 2025. So this is what happened. That's why we died, because we can't go too much in the dark. Also, this is reminding me of amnesia out of nowhere. So, death certificate. We've been waiting for him. I didn't even see what the hell was that. My computer crashed hard. What is this? There's someone on the other side? Is she down there? Like, this is the crying of a woman, clearly, and it could be our wife. What's that strange smell? Why am I getting nauseous? What the hell is going on? What is this, a moon? A light? It's like a sun? Except the firing. It depends. What happens if I throw myself out of that hole? Okay, let's go. May 2025, 5:59 a.m. So extremely early in the morning, almost nighttime still. What a dream. Also, what do they mean by are they still ashamed of me? Is this his parents? When it comes to family pressure, and mainly if family blames you for the death of someone, mainly when it's your child, because I know death of mainly an unborn baby can be like, it can be quite shocking for everyone. The parents wanting to be grandparents, and then they blame everyone and not accepting sometimes that's the reality, and that's how things go. Every family has their own problems, but sometimes no respect at all is no respect and support. Sometimes it's what it takes for, ties to be cut off in a family. It's really bad. There she is. Hello, wife. What are we doing? We talking? You feeling okay? I could make you a sandwich. Okay. So let's make her a sandwich. How do we make a sandwich? Let's go. Yeah. Oh, she said yeah. Okay, so I am very bad at making stuff. So let's just... Okay. So, bread. Where's bread? Okay, we have the cheese. We have the bread. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm sick. Let's go. So, what is this sausage slice? Oh my god. The goddamn, the sensitivity. Okay, now it's cheese. I can't read. Cheese and salad. I'm glad you actually put like... Okay, yeah, this is better, see? Look at what your husband can do. Look at this. Look at this. Have you seen anyone stack paper perfectly? Exactly. This should be in Guinness. Okay, so salad, right? Oh no, it was the cheese first. Okay, wait a minute. My bad. We can still use that salad because it's not dirty, so. Okay, so cheese, salad, and another bread. There you go, wife. There you go. Sandwich for you. Thanks. It's really hard for people to recover from something like that. Oh crap, what's gonna happen? So unknown date and unknown time. Oh no. What's happening? Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Why are they all skeletons? Is everyone dead? Is this like a representation of, I don't know, being dead inside or something? Yeah, we're clearly not anywhere. I mean, lights still work somehow. I don't know why, but I feel like we're gonna see something that's gonna come out of the wife that it's not gonna be pretty to see. Oh, the mirror is removed. Everything else is here. This is giving me Silent Hill vibes now. There's a massive heart. Oh, darling? I don't feel good. I think it started. What the f... Oh, is that me? Okay, I have to... This is so weird. Get baby. Hello, BB. There you go. Holding the baby with one hand. Classic. Darling? There you go. Give me my baby. Okay, calm down. We get it. I mean, technically it's our baby, so... Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. A game by Chord Games. Try some of the other stories. We're definitely gonna try them. I love this one. Please rate and comment the game. I'll keep making more stuff for you. This game was. Oh, and it just closed. I'm gonna open it again, just just to give it a final statement somehow. So yeah, everyone, this was Abodtion. It was a very, very interesting game. Like, talking game itself, the mechanics and the way the story was told, it was an incredible game, honestly. Now, when you talk about the story, there's a couple of things over here to unpack. First of all, like, I believe that we are seeing the side of the father when it comes to abortions or losing a baby. Although it doesn't take as much of a mental toll on the father as it does to the mother, it still does. If any of you are interested, most likely a lot of you did, but in case you didn't, you can watch Dr. House or The Good Doctor. They are incredible medical series, and some of the episodes, not all of them, it's not that focused. The focus of medical series is normally like the generalistic thing. But yeah, some of the episodes that they cover, they represent this a little bit. Some parents who agree and reach a mutual consent, other parents who argue with each other about what should they do with the baby. There was this episode that kind of got me on both spectrums, in which the mother, this wasn't Good Doctor, by the way, the mother, she was having a problem with her birth. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she reached the hospital with a condition already. Unfortunately, that condition affected the baby. And again, I'm just saying this out of my head because it was like a long time ever since I watched it. But in this episode specifically, the baby had only a certain percentage of chance of surviving, and the mother had 100% chance of surviving. However, here's the twist: they could either save one, they could save the baby and had to eventually kill the mother, or they would have to kill the baby and save the mother. Both parents, the two people who portrayed the parents, they played it out really damn well, in my opinion, because it's like the dad was absolutely against losing her lover, obviously, like the mother, right? While the mother, she didn't care about dying, she cared about saving the baby. And in my life, I discussed this episode with some people, some friends that I discussed the series with, and some of us had like different opinions like on the matter. So, for example, I don't know how many of you are going to be against me or in my favor, and I don't know. I really don't want to put my opinion out there on the internet, but this is how I feel, right? And again, this is the logic that I follow. It's not inherent. I'm not 100% correct, and there's no right or wrong in these decisions. But here's how I think, personally. When you are in a situation where you can only save one person, I would definitely just save my spouse, my girlfriend, my wife, the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Because here's the thing, I would save them if I had to make the choice and they couldn't make it. I would rather them be saved than the baby, because I know that in society children are looked at being like the most innocent and the most pretty much almost sacred beings, and I'm not saying that's inherently wrong. They are. When we're born, we, if we're going to go by religion, which I don't believe in, by the way, but if we're going to go by religion, technically when we're born, we didn't do any sin, right? We are completely clean. It's throughout the choices we make in our life that define us who we are. But when it comes to like someone who, imagine that you are with this special person, right? you meet them, you spend 3, 5, even 10 good years together, right? And you both just decide, you know what, let's make a family. Why not? It's like the most beautiful thought, like, in my opinion, that you can ever have. You know, just when you do that extra step and you're like, I want to make a family. I want to, like, move on with my life. And that's insane. And, you know, you do all of that, you do, you know, the business, and when you realize that something is wrong, you go to the hospital. And you are madly in love with this person. You know that they mean the absolute world for you. But there is also this other twist in which this person tells you that if something happens, we have to decide whether we have to save her or the baby. And our partner pretty much begs us to save the baby and not save her. Now, I don't want to say this as in a way of putting men in a pedestal. That's not what I want to do at all. But I'm talking in this case because of this game. When you put that decision in front of the person who has to make said decision, who is your partner, who is madly in love with you, and they're gonna have to choose between a baby that they haven't met, they haven't made any physical or emotional contact besides seeing you pregnant every single day, against the partner that was with them for their entire lives, and they have to choose that heavy burden between those two choices. Now, again, I don't want to put this into anyone's head about, you know, how you should feel and how you should do things. This is absolutely my opinion. Is that, I'm sorry, but the weight of the person you were with your entire life matters most than a baby. And I know a lot of you are going to, I don't know, probably some will call me a monster because, again, a lot of people see children as being like the pinnacle of innocence, and that may be true. However, just think about it this way, right? You were with this person your entire life, you were expecting a baby with them, and now you have to choose to save your partner or save the baby. If you save the baby, you're going to be looked at as a hero, obviously, but you're also going to be, in your inner self, you're going to be miserable because you're going to be supporting that child alone, unless you make the choice of actually giving away for, you know, for adoption, which again is going to have another mental toll on you. You are going to be thinking, you're going to be looking at that child and reminding yourself of the amazing times you spend with your soulmate, let's call it like that. You're going to be living this life of, you know, one thing is you having to, like, you know, be with your kid, and eventually your mother died while the kid was alive. Now that's a completely different thing. Over here we're talking about, you know, actual I don't know, birth. And when it comes to that, it's you know, it has that heavy mental toll, and you're gonna have to go through it alone, right? You're gonna have to take care of a baby while reminding yourself of the amazing person you were with that delivered this baby to you, and you're also going to have to grieve towards that person. Like, it could actually also be the end of many parents who wanted to have a happy life, and unfortunately fate or nature or whatever the hell it was decided that it couldn't be that way. If you do save the wife, however, although, you know, in the baby timeline, the wife is dead, so there's nothing for her to grieve about. So, you know, she delivered the child and she did what she believed to be for the best cause. When it comes for the baby, however, and if you decide to save the wife instead of the baby, a lot of things could happen. First of all, you went against her wishes, so she most likely is gonna be really, really pissed at you, if not break up with you due to other mental constraints. Another thing that could happen is that you are over here, you know, you are in this side of the world. You lost a baby. She is going to have to deal with those consequences as well. However, she may not have to do it alone. She's going to be with her partner as well, right? They can always try again, you know. Now, I'm not saying, oh, well, the baby died, so whatever, who cares, right? Every single life matters. It doesn't matter if it's just a fetus or if it's already a grown-ass baby. It doesn't matter. Every single life matters. But when you put the weight of those two things, it's a really hard decision. You don't want to disrespect your wife on the other hand, but on the other hand, you're going to be suffering all alone if that happens. Attention, I'm saying wife, of course. I know there's, I'm saying this in the most traditional way possible. I don't want to sound like homophobic or transphobic or anything. I know there's many partners and many different relationships out there. I'm saying this in the most traditional way, right? And, talking as a guy myself. If my wife asked me that, I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I think I would have to really, really tank through every single day to not try and do something stupid in case my wife, was not there taking care of that baby with us. And again, we all know that, woman, you suffer greatly. You suffer a lot, most likely more than we do. Because again, you had that physical contact with the baby, you had a purpose. And I don't know how many of you are listening to this until the end, but if you are a goddamn worried, because I'm just stalling by this point. But I don't know, this game really touched me, and thinking about all those episodes that I watched, and a lot of the thoughts that sometimes go into my mind about these things, mainly when they are talked on the news and other parties. It really makes you think, because we're all humans. There's never a right or wrong choice. We just decided it is something is right or wrong because there are laws that define us. There are different things that make us who we are as a society for us to work well. But when it comes to those two weights, I know I kind of drifted off a little bit from this game in particular, because in this game they're both alive, they lost the baby, and it's depressing as hell for both of them. And this game is mostly about the father's consciousness. Yeah, it's all messed up. But I don't know, it kind of reminded me of this, and I really don't want to create a massive discussion in the comment section. I really hope, if you have to say anything, you can say it, obviously. Just be respectful towards each other. This is a very, very serious and sensitive theme to talk about for a lot of people. Some of you don't care, which again, it's fine, mainly if you're not planning on being a parent. But respecting others is number one priority, or one of the number one priorities in everyone's lives, I think. Now, about this game, now that we stormed off a little bit from the game, again, it's about, in my opinion, it's about the father's mental state, right? You could see the cave part. The cave part is the way his brain is degrading. You have this cave that has completely full of spikes. It has a trolley that, I think it's a trolley, right? That's how you call it, that you have to pull, and it shows those memories. And the thing is that it's just a lot of stuff. We realize, for example, that the main character is looking for a job, and the last job sucked, but he can't get one anymore. And that's the state, that the way that life is right now. The state right now, I'm not even talking about the wars that are happening. I'm talking about overall society. Everything is going to shit. And I'm really sorry to YouTube for saying the way it is supposed to be said, but it is definitely, everything is definitely going to shit. And when you have people that are trying to work, when you have people that are trying to do something, if you are lucky enough to be with a family, and do a lot of different stuff, try different ways that you can somehow have a life, whether it is through art, even content creation, which is somehow a piece of art as well, or through any other means, then that's really good. But we always have to remember that it's not always like that. For example, over here we have this picture, and it says, "Are they still ashamed of me?" I'm pretty sure that's his parents, and I'm pretty sure that they had something to do with the mental state that our main character has. Again, I'm not talking about the mother, I'm talking about the main character, because this game is about the main character. And the main character has a lot in his plate, as well as the mother has, I'm certain. but we could see through the cavern, you know, that the trolley that he was pulling was representing work. The baby in the crib, you know, I mean, there was no baby in the crib was empty, and you could see like a spike getting, you know, breaking and like piercing the crib. It was like another reference, you know, to obviously the death. All the memories that he had, like all the marriage thing that he did, like you can just tell that life sometimes can go well, but tomorrow you never know what's gonna happen. Now, although this is a very depressive state and depressive, you know, it's an overall depressive video at this point. I thought this was gonna be a little bit more chill, but I don't think that's the case. I wanted to make this somewhat a short video, but I'm gonna put my ideals over here. If you want to listen to them, it's okay. Of course, they're here for that, but if you don't, it's fine as well. But overall, I don't know. I think this game represents really well the mental state of the father. I really wish you could have one about the mother, because like we have those messages of like the messages where he says like you're a failure, you're never gonna be anyone in life, like when we were pulling the trolley. That takes a massive, like I believe that even the mother is having those same thoughts because of those you know, of those incredibly disturbing messages. No one should ever be told that they are nothing, that they will never amount to nothing, because everyone is different in their own way. If you see someone who is successful, you don't know what they went through. They could have had the easiest life in the world, but they could also have the hardest life in the world. And, you know, they're successful because of their hard work, ideals, I don't know, art style, you know, the way they just grasp onto things and never let go. That could have been the answer. But a lot of times life is random. You don't know how things go, how differently things go for everyone. And right now, if you're going through something, I want you to make sure, and I'm gonna say this is going to be a cliche message, but you are not alone. And trust me, you are definitely not alone. The world is big, the world is massive, and there are a lot of people who are going through similar things as you. And, you know, when growing up, I was always compared to like other people. For example, when I took a good grade, I never got like a congratulations, I'm proud of you. But still, here I am, for example. I'm not saying I'm an example for anyone, because I really am not. But some people, they do have like decent people around them. I have a person that I'm really proud of to be not exactly around, because we're not inherently together, but I expect one day for that to be the case. And I can tell that that person is very proud of everything that I've accomplished, even though it's not a big thing. Now, when you accomplish something in your life, for example, it doesn't have to be like massive things, like getting the ultimate dream job in your first try, or I don't know, gaining an X amount of followers, let's say, getting the jackpot. You know, those things, they are big, but what matters are the small achievements. The small, like, we have a saying over here in my country. I don't know exactly how it's translated, but pretty much the saying is about how the slower you go, the furthest you can get. And in this world, everyone wants to do everything quickly. Everyone wants to do everything. They want to be rich, successful, like literally out of the sack. Like they start something and they want this something to be successful. And if it's not, they either try again or they give up. The only way for you to truly fail is for you to give up. If you give up, you have already failed. If you didn't even start it yet, you've already failed. But attention, I am saying this, and a lot of you must be like, oh, but I didn't start this thing that I wanted to do, or hey, I gave up on this thing that I want to do. First of all, that doesn't mean you're a failure. That just means you failed. And second of all, failing something is not inherently bad. It gives you a grasp on your own limits, on what the things you can do. And also, failing at something it doesn't mean that it is, you know, the end. It doesn't mean, oh, I failed at this, so I'm never gonna do this again. No. Failing at something is like making a mistake. We all learn from errors, and that's the only way we're ever gonna grow. Now, I can assure you that every single person made at least one error in their lives. And you know, what I'm trying to say is, if you focus on how many mistakes, for example, a certain person did compared to yours, don't try to compare yourself to other people. It can hurt really, really bad. Comparing yourself to someone else that had a completely different life of you, that has completely different ideologies, that can be a punch in the gut somehow. And even comparing yourself to like people who suffer more than you can equally be as bad. You are not a failure. You can't just think like that. Everyone is different. I am different from all of you, and you are all different from each other and from me as well. We are doing things differently. And again, I know this video is getting very long, so I'm most likely gonna cut it. But I really, really hope that if you're going through anything, if you are already successful, if you believe, again, success, it just depends entirely on us. You are not successful because a lot of people love you, because a lot of people, like all of your stuff. You are successful because you reached that point in life in which you are doing what you think you want to do. That's how you reach success. But yeah, I think at this point I'm just, stalling. Again, this video is gonna be massive, and half of it is just gonna be me talking. But just to say that, I didn't think this game was gonna hit me as hard as it did. But I really hope, if you're going through anything in life, just don't forget that you are not alone, and also don't forget that you are never a failure. No matter how many people try to implement in your head that you are a failure, that you're ugly, that you're fat, that you're this, that, and that, and that, and that, it doesn't mean it's true. It never meant a single thing to begin with. It never meant anything. It's just people who are salty. And that's all there is to it. I'm really sorry once again, this video is not, it's horror, but it's also a little bit something different, something a little bit more sentimental, and I decided to just put my ideas out there. I know not everyone agrees with me. I know a lot of people are going to go against what I'm saying. I think I did a decent job, at least, at trying to find a common ground, because after all, everyone suffers. When it comes to the theme that this game takes, everyone suffers. And that's all there is to it. But anyways, everyone, once again, thank you so very much for spending this time with me. I always very much appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. And until then, stay in the light.